Hi everybody, good morning, happy Monday. Welcome back to another daily angel guidance message. And I'm Ramona Remisat, angel therapy practitioner and intuitive guidance coach. Wow, what a weekend. I was watching intently on all the action taking place down in Florida, continuing to send prayers to all of my friends down there who are dealing with the aftermath of the hurricane, and just also a continued message to stay safe. Even though the storms have passed through, there's potential, I know, for trees to still fall down because they're weakened. There's downed power lines, so please take caution and just be prudent, everybody, please. So if you feel called to, please join me in sending prayers down that way, and also as well still to those in Houston and that area who are still dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey there as well, and everybody else throughout the Caribbean who have suffered devastating loss. Lots going on in the world. So today we're going to work with the Archangel Oracle card deck, and if you're popping in, feel free to let me know who's on. Let me know where you're from. I just finished my workout, so I'm a little pink, kind of is being picked up by my little jacket here, and I just threw this on because, yeah, I'm very sweaty and gross. You don't want to see that. So anyway, happy morning. What a way to start a Monday is get your sweat on, let me tell you. All right, so today's message is a life review. Now, this has been coming up a lot, especially with the private clients I've been working with. So when we see that happening, it's kind of like this, again, bigger message to everybody that this is a wonderful time to sit down and do a life review. We still have a few more months left in this year. And if you want to finish the year strong, if you want to finish the year feeling like you've accomplished your goals and really feeling good about where you're at with everything, then it's important to have check-in points as you go through the year to measure in, you know, how am I doing with this? How am I doing with that? What about this? What about that? So that's what a life review is about. And one way that you can do this is to get a piece of paper, draw a great big circle, divide it all up like slices of pizza, and label each slice with the key components of your life. So think things like career, relationships, health, family, spirituality, lifestyle / things you like to do for fun, right? Label all those key components, and then what you need to do is look at each one of those individual areas with brutal honesty. Really examine it closely and look at that one sector of your life and see if there's anything there that isn't working optimally for you. You know, what could be changed? What could be healed, or what could be let go of? What are the things in there that, you know, need some attention? And when you've identified what those things are that aren't working as well as they could be, turn it over to your angels and say, angels, help me with this. And they will get in there one of two ways. If that thing that's not working so great is supposed to be there, they will fix it or heal it, right? If that thing isn't really meant to be a part of your life, they will help you shed it very easily and replace it with something even better. So you never have to be worried that if you resolve to let go, you're going to be left with this gaping hole. Like I said, they'll either fix it or they'll get rid of it, but then they'll replace it. So that's what they do. Now, the words on the card say, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. That's pretty much what I just said to you. Look for what needs help and turn it over to them so they can do that. They can either change it or heal it, like I said, right? And so this is a really good exercise to do, but you want to do it when, you know, you have some time to really think about it, to not be interrupted. And you can really look at this, like I said, very honestly, because if you're not brutally honest, then it's kind of, you know, there's no point in really doing this exercise, okay? So this is time to get down and dirty and really do some introspective work and help you move forward. And this is especially good, they're saying, for those of you out there right now who are feeling really stuck. You know, you're feeling kind of stagnant. You feel like you're kind of going in circles like a dog chasing its tail. You're just expending a lot of energy, but you're not getting anywhere, and you're getting frustrated and fed up and like overwhelmed with the whole thing. So if you want to, and this is what they've been saying about for a week now, maybe a bit longer, if you want to see change in your life, it's up to you to do something differently. You can't expect to have a different outcome if you're doing the same stuff over and over and over again. And I don't know how, much more strongly I can drive that point home. It's like it's kind of like they want to kind of just shake you, like, why can't you see this? But that's kind of the feeling around this, is too many people are doing that right now. So stop, get off the ride, the crazy roller coaster, check in with yourself, do the life review, and see what it is that needs to change, and then take some tiny steps in those directions, right? It doesn't mean you have to overhaul everything in the span of a day. For example, maybe in the area of life and your health, right? Maybe there's a lot that needs to change there, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. It doesn't mean you're going to all of a sudden train for a marathon and become vegan overnight, okay? So challenge yourself. What are some tiny, small steps you can make that will move you closer in the direction of where would be better for you, right? What would make that health sector more optimal? Maybe you could just start doing a short walk on your lunch hour, or maybe you could do some light stretching, or maybe you're going to take a yoga class, or maybe you want to introduce an extra fresh fruit and fresh vegetable to your diet each day, and commit to doing that for a week and seeing how you feel at the end of that week, right? Maybe it is a little bit bigger. Maybe you have this intuitive hit, this intuitive feeling that every time you eat something like dairy, or maybe it's even meat, you just feel really sluggish, you have brain fog, you can't focus, you don't feel good, you get bloated, whatever it might be. So maybe you want to do a bigger experiment. Maybe you're thinking, well, okay, I want to clean up this area of my life, so maybe I'm just going to test it out. I'm going to try to not eat that for 3 weeks, a month, and just really devote yourself to that and see what comes from it, right? But again, that could be bigger steps. So if you're not feeling that, that's okay. Start smaller, but don't try to set these humongous, unattainable, unrealistic goals, because then you'll just be demotivated, right? You'll feel like, oh, I couldn't even do it for 2 days, and then you'll beat yourself up for that, and then it just kind of keeps going and going, and you stay stuck, stay like that dog chasing its tail. You don't get anywhere, right? So we don't want that. That's the whole point of this. We want to break free of those ruts. So life review can be a great starting point, and don't feel compelled either, they're saying, to tackle every area that you've identified that needs work all in one shot, right? That could be like, overwhelming, because you have life to still deal with, right? You have family, you might have a job, you have whatever's going on. So that's not gonna work for you either, right? It's like, pick the one that you feel intuitively needs the most attention and start there. And then when that area is kind of working better, you can move on to something else, and then on to something else, and then on to something else. Okay, so don't be setting these, like I said, big kind of goals that you're like, it's too big, it's too overwhelming, I'll never get there. That's just going to be counterproductive. So don't do that. All right, guys, so I hope that makes sense. And that is a bigger homework assignment than we normally have. Hey, it's Ree. Hello, welcome. Thank you for watching. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate that. So if you came in partway through, guys, please go back and listen. This is such an important message. Like I said, it's been coming up a lot with the private readings I've been doing for clients. So that's how I know it's a bigger message. And I was not surprised that this popped out today at all, because I had a feeling this is like they were kept poking me, like, this needs to be talked about. This needs to be talked about. Okay, so bit of a homework assignment, like I said, but this is well worth your time and effort to do this. And it doesn't have to take a super amount of time either. So, the way I'm talking, maybe you're thinking like, this is going to be a big thing, but it's not. But I would really highly suggest that you make an effort to do this, okay? And like I said, this is a great exercise you can do throughout the year as a check-in, maybe quarterly. Where am I at right now with things? How is this? Does this need to go? What about that? Maybe what I thought was important before over here is not so important anymore. Maybe this isn't really working. How can I tweak, change, course correct, to get me back on track with where it is that I'm trying to get to? Okay, so that's today's message. And don't forget tomorrow's takeaway tip Tuesday. Thank you, Ree, for sharing. Oh, yay. I love shares. And you know why? Here's why. Because this stuff is stuff people need to know about. A lot of people are struggling, and I don't like that. The whole idea is when you work with your angels, it's to make life easier. We shouldn't have to struggle. And so when you share these videos, then Facebook goes, oh, this is something important. People are wanting to see this. So they will put this in more news feeds. More people will get to see it. And we're going to have that huge ripple effect, which is just awesome. So thank you so much for sharing. It is needed now. It's crazy, right? The world is actually, how did I say it? I'm working on a talk. I'm delivering a talk on Wednesday at a networking group. And I'm saying, you know, the world is getting trickier to navigate, right? It is. It's just, you know, just when you think you had it figured out, bang, something else comes at you. So when you work with your angels, it is like you having kind of a one-up on everybody else who's doing life the hard way. You know, why do we need to struggle? You don't need to struggle. That's why the hashtags that I use with a lot of my stuff is make life easier and do life the easy way, or, you know, those kinds of things, right? It shouldn't have to be hard, guys. It shouldn't have to be a struggle. And when you can tap into the guidance that your angels share with you, and that's the only thing you take action on, you block out all the crazy stuff in your head and what other people are telling you, that's when it's magic. You know, everything's lining up for you like as if it's magic. You know, the right people are showing up, the opportunities are showing up, the money is there to support you. You feel like you're living the Hollywood lifestyle. It's like, wow, how is this my life? It's not magic. It's not secret. It's just you have to know what you're doing. You have to really commit to it, and you have to do it with consistency. So every single day, be giving your angels a job to do and pay attention to that guidance that's coming to you from them. And if you don't know how it's showing up for you, put a note here on this video, say, I need help. And I'll reach out to you and we will figure that out, because it's really easy. I have 3 questions to ask you. Bang, bang, bang. After that, I will know exactly how guidance shows up uniquely for you. Not your sister, not your aunt, not your cousin, but for you. I will tell you this specifically is what you need to be on the lookout for. And here's how they're speaking to you so that you can be on the lookout for that and follow that guidance out. And like I said, when you do that, magic, right? It's awesome. So I'll stop my rant now. I get fired up, you can tell that, right? Because I don't want people struggling. That's ridiculous, right? We shouldn't have to struggle. So life review, guys, take it for what it's worth, but I really highly suggest this exercise. And if anybody wants to post here any epiphanies, ahas, really cool insights that you received as a result of doing this exercise, I would love for you to share that, and feel free to share it here, or you can send me a private message if you don't want to share it publicly. But it is helpful for other people to see just what comes from doing that kind of an exercise, right? That might motivate them on their own to do it, and give them that kind of boost of you know, energy to go for it. So if anybody wants to share, I would love to hear and read what you found from doing this exercise. So that's it. Like I said, tomorrow we're back with Takeaway Tip Tuesday. I got a little bit confused and said it was going to be at a different time, but it's not. It's going to be at the regular time, which is 1:30 Eastern, 11:30 Mountain, 10:30 Pacific. So join me tomorrow for that, but I will be on earlier in the morning with another daily angel guidance message. So in the meantime, have fun with your life review. Have a fantastic day. I'm going to try to really enjoy this day because I think over here it's going to be our last day of summer. After today, the temperatures go like really bad, and we'll be hovering overnight at temperatures just around 0 Celsius. So I'm not enjoying that idea at all. But you never know. It's Calgary. Weather changes by the minute, so we'll see. But it might just be time to start digging out the flannel sheets and having them at the ready. I'm just saying. Okay, guys, enjoy the day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. See ya.